1 or 2 minutes while we are waiting for me to share these links. Just go ahead, leverage the comment section, post your question there. And as you post your questions, if you are on here connected and you have any contribution to make, please go ahead and do so. Go ahead and try to drop your thoughts on whatever question we have. All right. I think we can get started here. Let's see the questions we have. Milka, thank you. Thank you all for joining. So I'm not going to be here for long today. So I only have 30 minutes to give today. So this is your chance. For those who were not here when I just connected, today is really an open day for you to ask any question that you have around Agile, around project management, around product development, anything that you have. Put the questions there and I will do my best to address those questions. For those who don't know me, my name is Karen Fomafung, your Agile Evangelist. And what we do here mostly on Sundays, we share ideas around Agile project management, Agile product development, specifically Scrum. And we also do a lot of mentoring and coaching with the whole intention of growing together in this Agile space, continuously keeping our knowledge alive, enhancing our knowledge, in every way we can. That's what we do here. And this is the safest place where you can fail fast and learn fast. So do not be shy with any question you may have. Please leverage the comment section, drop your question there, and we will do our best to address those questions. And if you're part of our level 2 program already, or you're part of our professional community of practice, as people put their questions, please feel free to share your thoughts. It's not only my thoughts that I want to put out there, because I always say I don't know it all. So I'll be so glad to hear from you all. So please leverage the comment section and be chatty on the comment section. Thank you. So I would suggest we get started. So for those who haven't subscribed yet, please, so that you remain in sync and get notifications on whenever we connect live or whenever we post new videos, use the subscription button there. Just click on it, turn on the notification bell, so you will not miss out on any contents. And secondly, we'd appreciate if you would share with others so that we will continuously grow in this family. And not only that, there is a little $ right down below. If you feel like supporting us, you appreciate what we do here in this space, building people, empowering people to uncover their full potential, use that $ right there to support us in whatever way you can. It's not an obligation. And last but not the least, if you're interested in being mentored by us, connecting with us on a more deeper level outside of what we share on YouTube. That is what we share on YouTube. It's just like 1% of what we cover in our mentoring programs. If you want to be part of our intense Scrum Master, Agile Coaching, Release Train Engineer mentoring program, please, there is a pinned message right on the chat there. Go to that link. It will take you directly to our website. Go through the programs that we offer and enroll. If you're still starting, you're looking to transition into the Agile Scrum career path, we'll be also glad to help you. Our next training starts on the 3rd of May. Just go on our website and you can freely enroll from the website. That's pretty much it. And if you're a professional struggling on the job, that's what we do. We help people to be successful. We help people to be value adding. We help people to be very impactful. It's not just about the job. It's about what you are contributing, the value you're bringing. Once you put in value, success will be automatic. We do not chase success. We chase value. And success is an automatic reward of the value we bring. All right. That being said, let's get started. So the first question I see here is, can planning poker and estimations be done in the backlog refinement session? Why not? That's exactly one of the biggest activities that I would suggest teams do in backlog refinement sessions. And my reasoning behind that is, like I've always said here, see backlog refinement sessions as pre-planning sprint events. That is pre-sprint planning events. So backlog refinement session is really that opportunity where you and your team, you connect so that you can proactively start uncovering what it takes to do that work. And while you're having that uncovering through deep conversations with the team, the PO, clarifying on what is expected, that is also an opportunity for you to start sizing how you want, what it would take to do the work in terms of the complexity, in terms of the risk involved, in terms of the effort. Start sizing it. So that is exactly the estimation we are talking about. So yes, backlog refinement sessions rather is the perfect opportunity for you to estimate your work. I hope that answers your question, Mikala. All right, let's move on to the next question. Um, Yemi, I'm also very glad to be live here with you. So the other question, I just started the Google project management program. Do you know about it? And what do you think about that program? Milka, I don't have enough information to be able to speak to that. The only program I know regarding project management is the program that I have taken, is the program that I teach, and some of the different programs that I've taken regarding project management, but I have not taken the Google one. So I cannot speak to that. I don't know. Thank you. And Clement, thank you for joining and welcome. Dear Zell, what is Sprint Zero and how does that work? That's a very, very interesting question. So, this is my understanding of Sprint Zero, and that is what I teach my students. Sprint Zero, first of all, is not an official sprint event. It's not an official Scrum event. As a matter of fact, if you check the Scrum Guide, you will not see anything in it as such as Sprint Zero. You will not. However, I have my own version of Sprint Zero, what I would consider as Sprint Zero. What I typically consider as Sprint Zero is that sprint that will happen before you start carrying out real product development work on what you would consider as the first sprint, which would be Sprint 1. So the typical things that would happen would be what I would consider as background work. Background work such as you getting to connect as a team to have a clear picture of the journey you are about to embark on. Number one. Secondly, during this Sprint Zero setup, is that opportunity for you all to establish a release plan, a rough picture of the release plan. All of these kind of activities will happen in Sprint Zero. Sprint Zero is that also that opportunity for you all to connect as a team when you all have been brought together to set up what you would call your team charter, gain buy-in from each other that yes, based on what I've learned about the vision of what we're about to embark on, I think it's really cool and I would love to be part of it. All of this kind of conversations and buy-in typically happens in Sprint Zero, my kind of Sprint Zero. And then once all these agreements have been made, then you dive into the real working sprints, which is what would typically be named whatever your organization would choose to name it. Like the first sprint, you start doing real functionality work. That would be some kind of Sprint 1. So yes, that's my version of Sprint Zero. But what's important is that it's not an official event at all. I hope that answers your question. Who asked that question? Diesel the boss. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Please, as you join, go ahead and go ahead and share. Liking is free, please. Liking is free. So go ahead and like so that it means a lot to us though. It's very encouraging. So it doesn't cost you anything to like. Just go ahead and like. Okay, Balu. Thank you. It's just excuse me. Balu, you're fine. Don't worry. There's no need to be scared in this thing. I usually tell people, see, if I, Karen, can do this, anybody can do it. Anybody can do it. Based on the way I was raised, I wasn't raised to, coming from where I come from, you cannot even be speaking when grown-ups are talking. That's disrespect. They have their own kind of way of thinking. So because of all of that, I grew up to be very, very insecure, very, very shy, very, very introverted, some kind of way. I couldn't talk in front of two people. But now, yeah, am I talking in front of thousands and thousands of people because I have been actionable, taking steps to bring myself up to the level that I'm at today. And the first thing I did was acknowledging my weaknesses, identifying them, acknowledging them, and embracing them, not in the sense of embracing these weaknesses to own them and not do anything about them. Embracing the weaknesses in terms of, yes, I have recognized my weaknesses and now I have to be intentional about walking through these weaknesses and making lemonade out of this lemon. That's my definition of embracing my weakness. And here am I today. I mean, I'm just what other proof do you need? So those who know me way back, they would easily understand what I'm talking about. So the summary to whatever I'm saying is that, believe me, if I can do this, anybody can do it. Anybody. As long as you are coachable, as long as you have an open mind to learn and you're very intentional about it, you're not looking to be babysitted, you can do it. So please take fear out of the picture. All right. Let's see the next question. I know that the way Scrum teams differ from organizations to organizations. Yes, very true. What about being a Scrum Master? Can you say remains constant regardless of what company you work for? Okay, I'm not sure I understand this question. What about being a Scrum Master? Can you say remains constant? Oh, okay. So in the role of a Scrum Master, what actually remains constant regardless of the organization you work for? If I understand correctly, that what's the standard that would be almost the same in different organizations regardless of their differences? If I understand your question correctly, first of all, I would need you to understand that most organizations, like I was live like a couple of weeks ago, and I mentioned that 95% of organizations globally are looking to go agile because they've seen that that's really the only way right now of software, especially product development. 95% of organizations are looking to go agile. 87 of this 95% are looking to do it right. What does that tell you? That only tells you that these 87% don't know what they're doing yet. They don't. So even if they have openings for Scrum Masters and they're bringing Scrum Masters in, they truly don't have a clear scope of what or a clear understanding of the accountabilities of a Scrum Master. So you may see on that job description some strange things that doesn't even exist in Scrum. I will need you to see that that's the best they know how. These organizations crafting these job descriptions, that's their best understanding of who a Scrum Master is and what a Scrum Master should be accountable to. You see? Now, once you get into this organization, it's now up to you to help them do it right. Because if you check the Scrum Guide, you realize that one of your accountabilities as a Scrum Master, you have two out of everything you'll be doing is summarized under two categories, which is you have to ensure that Scrum is established in that organization, number one. And then secondly, it is established effectively. So to your question, what would be standard in all organizations which shouldn't change, a lot, would be the Scrum Guide. And like I always tell you all here, and I always say this because I need to encourage you to go read the Scrum Guide if you've not read it. The Scrum Guide is only 13 pages. So most of the times I usually tell the people I help that if you all feel lost, like you don't even know what you're doing anymore, go back to the basics. Revisit the basics. And the basics is what? The Scrum Guide. Only 13 pages. The Scrum Guide is your basics. So to that question, the Scrum Guide is what should be the standard in every organization, regardless of their differences. So I hope that answers your question. It's just the same like someone who likes to travel and walk all over the place, go everywhere in the world. What do you do when you feel like you need love, you need care, you need attention, you need that, you just need someone to tell you that they care about you? What do? You go back home. Most people will go back wherever they identify as home. They will go back home. Home mustn't necessarily be where you were born or wherever, but wherever you identify as home, that's where you go back to. It's exactly the same with this whole Scrum way of working. Because since organizations are different, they take it and twerk it and do whatever they are doing to fit their environment. Because of this particular thing, most people have drifted away from the original sense or essence of this whole Scrum in agility. So I usually tell people, like I said already, once you feel like you've drifted so far away, just come back home. Come back home. And home is the Agile Manifesto. Home is the Scrum Guide. So that's what I can tell you on that. I hope that answers your question. So let's move on to the next question here. Larissa says, I'm given one of my first tasks with my company. They aren't agile and would like for me to do a workshop on Jira. I accepted the task and am trying not to freak out. Girl, I hope you are a girl. Do not freak out. Freaking out has never really helped anybody. So it will rather add more salt to the injury. How can I connect with you for help? So Larissa, that's a good question. So if you check on the very first message on this chat, the pinned message, you will get a link to our website. That's the best way you can reach us. Just click on that link. You'll see the different programs we offer. I'm assuming that you would fall in our level 3 program. So the issue with the level 3 is that it's always backfilled. But since I'm not in charge of scheduling, just visit the website and go through what we offer in level 3. And if you have questions after that, just call the number you see on our website or send us an email. The people in charge will be glad to help you, Larissa. I hope that answers your question. And still the same for those looking to enroll in our level 2 program. And what we call the level 2 program are those that are in between just having a Scrum certification and landing that job. There is a gap in between that, which a lot of people are not talking about it. We have designed a fantastic goal-driven program to help you close that gap, to build you up to be successful long-term as an established Scrum Master, an established Agile Coach, an established release training engineer. Whatever you want to be in this whole Agile space, our level 2 program helps you for sure achieve that. The same for level 1. Level 1 is you understanding Scrum. It's really more of training, not mentoring like level 2. So we train you to understand Agile, understand Scrum, and the different things you're supposed to know from the ground perspective. We train you on that. And with that, you are eligible to go past your certification exams and you have a solid foundation to now get mentoring and coaching to land the job. If you are in that category, please just visit our website and go from there. So the next class for our level 1 starts on the 3rd of May. All right, let's move on to the next question. What are the top skills companies look for in a Scrum Master? The top skills company look for in a Scrum Master. I already made a video on that, which I can share again later. I can post the link there. But since we are live here, I would say that, by the way, if you're here, you haven't liked, please go ahead and like. I see for the 4 people connected, I need you all to click the like button. It's free, completely free. It doesn't cost you anything, If you appreciate what we do here, like, encourage us, share with your friends. And there is also a $ button, like right down on the right side. If you want to support us in whatever way you can, not mandatory, feel free to click that $ and select whatever option you want. Yeah, so what I would say as a top skill a Scrum Master should have is your ability to serve as your ability to be a servant leader. And I want you to understand that if you check the new Scrum Guide, you will not see the term servant leadership anymore in the new Scrum Guide. It's been replaced with true leadership, and there is a reason why. But with that, we'll address it this one another time. But to this question, it's your ability to serve in a servant leadership way. That is, you're leading by example. You're not instructing people to do stuff. You're not bossy. You're not micromanaging. You're not telling. You are rather helping people to discover their hidden potential and maximize it. That is the top skill of a Scrum Master. Everything else you do revolve around this. This one is non-negotiable. You need to be able to influence people without having direct authority over them. Empowering them to shine. And you not worried about taking credit for anything. Just like coaches in a football team, they remain in the background. You see, what some people call soccer, where I come from, we call it football. So it's all the same thing. These coaches, they may be doing all the tactical work that helps the team to succeed and shine. But you hardly really hear about them like that when you're hearing about these team members playing. Because they are right actually in the background. So that is who you are as a Scrum Master. As a Scrum Master, you remain on the backseat. You are the number 1 cheerleader for your team. You are empowering them to discover their full potential and thrive. And to successfully do this, you need to have 4 skills. No, not 4 skills. 4 what we call stance. So all this thing I've talked about surrounding servant leadership, it happens through 4 stance. You need to be comfortable with coaching people. You need to be comfortable with mentoring people. You need to be comfortable with transferring knowledge. You need to be comfortable with facilitating events. So that is who you should be. You should be, and the things you should be comfortable in doing for you to be an awesome Scrum Master. I hope that answers your question. All right, Colette, hi. Thank you for joining. Hi, Flora. How do you manage a difficult colleague? That's a very interesting question. So, team, again, like I always like to say, all those questions shouldn't only be me answering them. I would like those that are already in the space, or if you have any contribution to make regarding any specific question, please feel free to use the comment section and answer your questions and drop your thoughts. Drop your thoughts, please. Would appreciate that a lot, so that I don't come across as know it all, because I don't want to. I need to also learn from you. Yeah. So first of all, to this question, how do you manage a difficult colleague? First of all, Colette, the question, I would say that is wrong. That's a wrong question. And the reason why, my reason behind what I just said is because, first of all, you cannot manage people. You cannot. I usually ask people, whoever is thinking that you can manage people for whatever reason, you yourself, can someone manage you? Can you be managed as a person? You don't manage people. So first of all, that mentality is wrong. You cannot manage people. You can lead people. You can drive the activity of what people are doing. You can coach people. You can guide people. That's what you can do as far as people is concerned. Now, what you can manage things. You can manage equipments. You can manage resources. To me, humans are not resources. Humans are humans. So first, that's the one part of why I say the question is wrong. So the reason why I'm putting all these things to you out there, Colette, is just to help you start shaping that mindset to get away from that thought. If you go for an interview and this interviewers are asking you this question, that's the first thing I'll tell them. I'll help them understand. You cannot manage people. And then now, on the difficult colleague part, that's the second wrongness of the question. Whoever said this person was difficult? Tell me. What did you go by to determine or conclude or to come up with that conclusion to categorize someone as difficult? What did you go by? So those are the two wrongness. On the wrongness, is that even an English word? I don't know. I don't know. So just bear with this local champion girl here, please. So yeah, those are the two things that I'll categorize as the wrongness. That's my own word in that question. First of all, you already thinking that someone is difficult. That's already biased. And regardless of how you truly intentionally want to help in this situation, it may not really be 100% objectives as being objective as possible, because you already have it at the back of your mind that this person is difficult. You see, so first of all, I need you to push out that mindset of a person being difficult unless you have proven data to show that this person is difficult, or unless this person told you themselves that. Even the person telling me that they are difficult, I wouldn't even buy it unless they have data to show, to prove their difficulty. You see, so that being said, how would you coach a person for whatever thing you decided to categorize a person as being difficult for? Maybe the person is resistant to whatever change you're trying to bring, because usually that's a common thing that would happen and it's very normal. So what I would do to help this resistant person is I would help them first understand what is in it for them. Whatever I am encouraging this person, whatever new practice or whatever new change I'm encouraging this person to adopt, what will this person be benefiting from this, whatever I'm asking them to do? Because maybe I would easily always fall under the category of difficult person. Seriously, for those who don't understand these things and knowing who Karen is, most people categorize me under the difficult people category, because I wouldn't just jump into doing something when I don't understand what is in it for me. What am I going to benefit from it? So that is the technique to help people adapt to change, or to help people adopt whatever practice you're trying to bring to them. You see, help them, show them what they'll be benefiting from adopting whatever you're asking them to do, number one. And then secondly, Agile and Scrum have crafted a very great technique that you can use to build these people from within. With that, they would easily be able to adopt the practice. So this from within is what I consider as the being agile part of things. And that is where we drew our inspiration to establish the name of our organization, Being Agile. Because that's the biggest piece that's missing out there. Helping people be it so that they can they can now easily do it. But if you're only focused on the doing part, it's just going to be camouflage, or say whitewash. Because once you turn your back, they'll go back to their old ways. But when you successfully help them be rooted in these things from within their person, you will not have to tell them to do it. And how do you successfully help them be it? Just help them through the Agile values. That is the entire Agile manifesto, the Agile values and principles, and the 5 Scrum values. That is it. Once you've helped them reflect these values, they will loosen up. And then now show them why they should do this practice. Even if they are not doing it, they will give you a good reason for not doing it, as opposed to just shutting you down. I hope that answers your questions in details, Colette. Abby, are Scrum Masters allowed to have access right to Jira board? Yes, of course. You're part of the team. As long as you're part of the team, anybody, as long as you're part of the Scrum team, yes, you have access to Jira board. As a matter of fact, you're even given the most access, because you're considered as, for some reasons, they'll give you admin rights, because you have to add people to the board, remove people, do all the adjustments as things change within the team. Also, what aspect of the sprint planning does the Scrum Master facilitate? For the most part, you facilitate the entire sprint planning. For the most part, there are 2 parts, 2 phases in sprint planning. You facilitate phase 1 and you facilitate phase 2. It's really not much, because you're not doing a lot of talking, because it's really more of a conversation meeting. So what you're really doing is just guiding. That's it. But yes, you facilitate the entire session. But again, some organizations, their POs do these things, but commonly Scrum Masters would do them. Team, as you join, please go ahead and share, drop your thoughts here. I have a few more minutes to go. Let's move on to the next question. What are the top skills companies look for in a Scrum Master? I think, I already addressed that one. Tosin, hi, Karen. Please, can you talk about how to organize teams with red dot strategy? Where did you hear about red dot strategy? Tosin, you're in class. Yeah, Tosin is part of the class, level 2 program. So with this red dot strategy, first of all, for those who are hearing it for their first time, I would like you to go online and do some research about the red dot strategy. So first of all, you are not the one organizing the team. You're only helping them understand the red dot strategy, and then they will self-organize. That's how it really works. You help them understand the red dot strategy, and then they self-organize. The red dot strategy is only a strategy that you use to ensure that your team has all the skill set required to achieve a done increment at the end of the sprint, because that's really the whole point. But some organizations don't know. So they just have people in the team, but yet they don't have all the skill set that is required to achieve something usable, valuable, shippable at the end of every sprint. So if you identify that as a gap in the organization you're helping, then now you can leverage the red dot strategy to help them. So the red dot strategy is you just listing out the roles of all the skill set that you will need in that team to achieve that increment every sprint. List out those skills, and then you just have a couple of so many red dots on it. It's a working session kind of activity on the whiteboard. And what you do is, you would start listing out the skills that you need. If let's say, for example, do we have a Scrum Master? Yes, we do have a Scrum Master. You pick the red dot and place on the name of the Scrum Master. Do we have a PO? Or first of all, you ask, what are all of the skill set we need to be able to achieve this? All the skill sets are now listed on the board, and then you start filling those skill sets with the red dots. And this red dots only represents the people, the skill sets that you currently have. And once you're done filling up the red dots, the skill sets that have not been filled up yet, they will remain empty. And with that, stakeholders can now see the gap, the impediment you all have, and then they can now go out there and start looking for people to employ to fill up that space, so that you all will have a complete team to be able to deliver value every sprint. So that is really what it is. Dosen, I hope that answers your question. All right. Hi, Esther. Okay. Balu said he will, or she, I don't know, will be joining the class. We will be glad to have you as part of our family. All right. What is the best estimation metric that you would recommend? So are you asking of estimation technique, or are you asking of estimation metric? Because those are two different things. I would assume you're asking for estimation metric, estimation technique. So in an agile environment, we typically want to use the relative estimation technique. There are so many different relative estimation techniques out there. The common ones that it's a go-to to most teams is story pointing. That's a common one. So, but as long as it's a relative estimation technique, it should be good enough. Not absolute. All right. So Princess A is asking, hello Karen, what are your thoughts about estimation? I have read a lot and hear people say estimation does not relate to time. Well, it's not like it doesn't relate to time. Time has a factor to play in estimation, but you cannot, it's not apple for apple. It's not apples for apple. It's really not that. But time has so time is just a component in the entire relative estimation technique. So that's what I can tell you, Princess. Yeah, so these are all of the things we discuss in great details in our level 1 program. It's very powerful. As a Scrum Master, you have to understand relative estimation technique. It's not optional at all. So Princess says that estimation is only based on complexity and effort. Well, so the three key common basics would be, yeah, you already listed to complexity, effort, and risk. So risk is the third one. Where my confusion is going by Scale Agile, recommending to find your, okay, I'm not sure I understand what that means, Princess. Let's move on to the next question. Karel is saying, hello Karen, how do you feel about jobs that are mostly offer dual positions? PM, SM, most of the job I am seeing are dual positions. Karel, I think your observations are so accurate, very accurate. I made a live video, I think that was 2 or 3 weeks ago. I addressed this particular topic. So, and I just talked about it again when we started this session today. Most organizations don't know what they're doing. As far as Agile is concerned, they don't know. That is why they are bringing in someone they think knows better to come help them. So some of them may already have some preconceived notion, wherever they got it from, I don't know, thinking that a Scrum Master is a project manager is a Scrum Master is a delivery manager, a Scrum Master is an Agile Coach. All of these things mixed up, so they do not know. Some may be thinking the Scrum Master, what the Scrum Master does is not enough to have a full-time, to be full-time. And then they'll start adding all these ridiculous things into your plate, PM and all of these things. It's okay. It may be a case where that's the best they know. But now when you're going to my suggestion to you, Carol, is that when you see those kind of opportunities, apply. Be curious, and then if you have the chance to get to connect with them for an interview, ask them, just talk with them. In the course of the conversation, you'll be able to discern if truly these people truly understand how Scrum and Agile works, and then they're just looking to exploit the Scrum Master, or their environment is that toxic, or that's the best they know how, and they're truly looking to be helped. So based on the conversation you have with these people, you would be able to determine if you should join them or not. You see, so I tell people, if you're learning this Agile right, you're taking the right route, getting a formal structured training, building yourself, to acquire the knowledge and the skill set, your confidence will come. And if your confidence comes, you will not think that you don't have a choice, because you do. You should be the one choosing which organization to work for. Shouldn't be the other way around. You see. So yes, I would suggest that when you see these positions, apply. Go talk with these people and hear from them directly. What is the reasoning behind the title, their job titles? Yeah, so that's what I can speak on that. It did help. Okay, you're welcome. Where can I find the Scrum Guide? So Lokisha is asking, where can I find the Scrum Guide? Lokisha, go on scrum.org. You will get a free copy of the Scrum Guide. Or to make things simple for you, just go on Google. It's free. Just go on Google and type up downloadable Scrum Guide. Free downloadable Scrum Guide. It will pull up for you. You just download it. That's it. But the common official sites, credible sites, you'll find them. Scrum.org, Scrum Alliance, all these credible certification bodies. You can find a copy of the Scrum Guide there. Hope that answers your question. A colleague who refused to adapt to what the team has agreed. Okay. Yeah, so that is a resistant person. That's what I'll call. So I would find out. So I think, Colette, with this, what your comment, the comment you just made still speaks on what we talked about a difficult person and all of that. I'll connect with this person one-on-one to understand the reasoning behind their behavior. Because people may be going through different things you don't know. People were raised in different environments. You don't know. Different things are going on with people. You never know. You see. So how I would be able to help this person, first of all, I would truly seek to understand the reasoning behind this person's behavior. And then based on that, I'll be able to determine how to help this person. So again, I would not categorize this person based on what these other team members are saying or what you're observing. Your observation remains your observation until you connect with this person to seek to truly understand the reasoning behind their behavior, and all of that. And then you help them understand why they should be doing what the team wants them to do. With empathy and with emotional intelligence. And then Amakami is asking, should Scrum Masters have access to GitLab? So, Amakami, so to your question, Scrum Masters don't necessarily need to have access in GitLab. You don't need it because you're not doing any real function development work. You truly don't need it unless you want to. I typically have access to these things because I'm that nosy. What we call pock nose. I'm that pock nosing, So I just like to learn things. I like to go in there, observe things, just look at things and learn for myself. But I don't need to. I have access to it because I want to, not because I need to. But again, like I said, most organizations don't even know what they're doing. I had one of my previous students who got a job, and she went to that organization and they had a lot of stories listed on the board for her to do. And she was supposedly hired as a Scrum Master. It was a very interesting phase in her life, but thankfully she was able to help that organization understand who a Scrum Master is and the expectation, the accountability of a Scrum Master in a Scrum team. And they got it, So that's really how this thing works. Okay, so a PO who is coming from a waterfall background and always wants to assign tasks. This is a common issue in most environments. So this PO, clearly you have identified that this PO is coming from a waterfall background, and most of them do. So again, that is why you're coming in to help them understand the difference between the waterfall way of working and the agile ways of working. And to be successful in doing that, patience, and really be professional, focusing on helping, focusing on the problem and not the person. Focusing on the problem, separate the person from the issue. Hi, Adeyemi. Nice to connect with you here again. Please give us an example practice metrics of being agile. Okay, so an example, I think I already listed an example. An example would be you offer starting by having the mindset of putting people first. Not seeing people as some sort of resources, seeing people as people. You all being able to live the Scrum values, you see. So that would be an example of the being agile part. So in summary, I would just centered around the Agile Manifesto and the Scrum values. With that, you should be able to be agile. All right. I think this computer needs some live charging. 1 second, please. Let me connect my computer. Thank you for your patience. So I will be wrapping up in a bit. Let me run through other questions here. Henry is asking, any IT skills required for a Scrum Master? Henry, that's a very good question. I made a live also last week. No, not last week. I wasn't live last week. Like 3 weeks ago, that was exactly the topic of discussion. But to cut the long thing short for you, nope. IT skill is not required. Karen is not an IT person. I'm not an IT person, but yet I'm thriving in this path, so you can thrive as well. So for those who are just connecting and for those who are seeing me for the first time, my name again is Karen Fomafung. I am your humble Agile servant, your humble Agile Evangelist. And what we do on this platform, typically every Sunday, we just continuously keep the learning alive in this Agile space. We share our experience, share our thoughts around Agile, Scrum specifically, Kanban as needed, project management, the standard traditional project management, so that we all can continuously, those who have been following me for a long time, they know this statement, continuously learn and grow. That's really what we do here every Sunday, typically. So if you want to stay in sync, make sure you subscribe, turn the notification bell on so that every time we post a new video or we come on live, you will get notified and you will not miss out on anything. What I also do outside of this is I help organizations, I help teams, I help individuals to succeed in Agile. So to learn more about what we do, there is a pin message there, or you visit the description box, get a link to our website, visit our website. We offer training to become a Scrum Master. Those who are already certified, so we offer certified Scrum Master trainings, and the next session starts on the 3rd of May. There is also a discount if you're taking both level 1 and 2, and the discounts will run right up to the 30th of this month. So if you're looking to join our program, slots fill up really fast. Go ahead and enroll. Visit our website. Enroll. If you have any question or your payment information is not listed online, your payment method is not listed online, just give us a call or send an email and we'll be so glad to help you. And secondly, if you're in between having a certification already, that's the biggest problem though. That's the biggest challenge a lot of people face, and people are not talking about it seriously. And I'm not sure why. Most people have the mentality that once they get the certification, they are Scrum Masters. No, you are not a Scrum Master. You are a Scrum certification holder. That's who you are. You are not a Scrum Master yet. The biggest challenge is in between you getting that basic, in earning that certification and building yourself to understand what it takes to land a job and be successful on the job. That is the biggest gap. You see people that have been certified for 5 years, 4 years. The people that are in our level 2 program, that's really their story, because they didn't, nobody ever told them that truly there's a big space between just having a certification. They got certification and they calling themselves a Scrum Master. You're not a Scrum Master. You're just a certification holder. So our level 2 program does exactly that. It helps you close that gap and build you up to be a successful Scrum Master long term. And we do that, we achieve that by coaching you, intense coaching, mentoring. It's a boot camp setting where you partner with different peers to learn and grow and build your skills so that you're successful long term. So, I mean, hardly ever a case where people would get jobs from our level 2 program and then they get fired. Hardly ever the case, because we built you up for long-term success. Yeah, so visit our website and enroll in whichever one you think will meet your need. We also have the level 3. The level 3 is only for professionals, people that are working but they are struggling. We help them to be successful at their place of work. We value adding. We have a community of practice as well, but your eligibility to the community of practice is based on you being part of our family. So once you get your job, once you have a job, you are automatically eligible to the community of practice. And membership to the community of practice is absolutely free and it's lifetime. The community of practice serves as a support system, just where every professional, different levels of experience, they just support each other, through their struggles, their strengths, their weaknesses. They're just there to support each other so that we all can continuously keep our heads up the water and not drown in this space. And it's very interesting. So yes, if you're looking to become a member of our family outside of just what we share here on YouTube, join our program and we'll be glad to help you. So let's run through this. How can I join an Agile community of practice? I think I just addressed that already. Chris, hi Karen. In the daily stand-up, when an impediment can't be resolved in the meeting, would it be classed as an issue? And would that be raised in Jira DevOps? I wouldn't recommend that. First of all, a daily Scrum is not an event to resolve impediment. Come to think of it, the meeting is just 15 minutes. You see, it's just 15 minutes. What kind of impediment can you resolve in 15 minutes when everyone has to have a chance to talk? So I want you to see the daily Scrum as a problem, an impediment exposure meeting. It's where you expose impediment. And then there is something we call the parking lot. I'd also made a video on the past distinguishing between a daily Scrum and a parking lot. It's in the parking lot that you would want to resolve impediments. So that's the answer to your question, Chris. All right, so I'm already way past the time I was supposed to be here. How best should a Scrum Master facilitate offshore? So Doris, to this question, I have a video on this channel on how to help offshore team members. A dynamic team with both offshore and onshore team members. Christabel says, great presentation. Thank you. I appreciate it. Do you guys do payment plans? Yes, Kalia, we do. We do have a payment plan. Like I said, just send us an email or call the number and we'll be glad to send you the information on payment plan. So the payment plan option is not listed on the website though, because we do not prefer instrumental payment, but yes, there is that option. That's why it's not on the website. So if that's what you're looking to leverage, yes, we do. So please visit our website and just call or email and they will send you the installment option. Pascal is asking, how do you lead with developers who share their thoughts in the cards during retro, but won't speak at all other than the Scrum Master and the PO? First of all, the action item I'll need you to take out of this session to this question, Pascal, where your developers, they will drop their thoughts on cards and not want to talk. I'd made a video in the past addressing this particular topic. So the first action item I'll need you to take is go and find out why they are not talking. Go find out. That's my suggestion to you. Once you get that answer, then we can talk further. How do you shield your team from external influence? Damilola is asking how you shield your team from external influence. Damilola, what I can tell you is that, first of all, track the root cause of the external influence and go face it. Go face that demon. Track the root cause of this external influence and go face it. Maybe some leader, some boss somewhere. It may be the team members themselves distracting themselves. It may be you, the Scrum Master, being the external distraction. It may be anybody. So my suggestion to you would be find out what the root cause is, and then you try to seek the reason behind these distractions. Based on what you find out, you'll be able to help them. So always start with discovery and end with action. Have you ever heard of the fishbone theory? If you've ever heard of the fishbone theory, then yes, fishbone theory is really powerful to leverage to identify these kind of issues and fix them. So that will be all for today. And I hope this session was helpful. And thank you all for joining and for listening. And again, for the last time, my name is Karen Fomafung, your humble Agile Evangelist. And if this is the first time you're connecting, please go ahead and subscribe, share, so that we can continuously enlarge our family, our cost. And so together we all can continuously thrive and just give back to the community and just grow. If you're looking to gain more insight than what we share here every week, like, to be honest with you, what we share on this channel is 1% of what we do in our program. We cannot just come here and say everything now. That's just the truth. Cannot do that. So if you're looking to gain more insights, join our program. Join our training program, the level 1, or you can join. We have everything that you can ever need to be successful on this path. You can join our level 2 mentoring and coaching. You can join our level 3 mentoring to be successful, and you can become a member to our community of practice as well through these different programs. So visit our website now and enroll on any program that you think will best meet your need. Our next Scrum Master certification training starts on the 3rd of May. Spots fills up really, really fast. So do not wait. Stop procrastinating. And yes, you can do it. Stop worrying. Stop letting imposter syndrome to destroy you or hold you down. If Karen can do this, anybody can do it. Trust me. If Karen can do this, I'm your case study. You can find out from those who know me in the past. If I can be here, anybody can do way beyond what I'm doing. So we can help you. We can help you become a very successful Agile practitioner from scratch. Join our next upcoming training session at level 1, which starts on the 3rd of May. Reach out and we'll be more than very happy to help you. The success stories we get on our platform every day is way beyond imagination. At some point, people start thinking that getting a Scrum Master job is really easy, because even my mom said that. But it's really not easy. It's not, to be honest with you. So the way we do this is partnership. You give your own, we give our own. But what I can guarantee you, because some people usually ask, is it guaranteed that when we get in the program, we get jobs? No, it's not guaranteed. Nothing is guaranteed. You will not even tell me that you go to school and it's guaranteed that once you're done with the school, you get a job. So unless you want me to lie to you that it is guaranteed, it's not. But what is guaranteed, 100% guaranteed, is that we will give you all the resources you need to be successful. We expose you to everything you need. We are very authentic. We are very, very raw like that. We don't filter anything. I just transfer everything I have in my head to you, because I have that kind of mindset that if it stays in my head, it's useless. It's useless as long as it remains in my head. And that's why you're able to see me here every Sunday. So it's the same approach we apply in our programs. We give you everything you need to be successful. We guide you to be successful. But you have to play your own part. And your own part is, I shouldn't be the one motivating you. I shouldn't. You have to be motivated enough to even sign up for the program. So it should be your responsibility to stay motivated. I can help you with some things around motivation, but you have to be committed. You have to be able to follow simple direction. These are the 2 things we ask from our students. I haven't seen any yet that you will do these 2 things and you don't succeed. Hi, Lawanda. Thank you for joining. So Lawanda is part of our program. Yeah, so thank you for joining, Lawanda. I'm glad to see you too. How do you deal with, I think I'm already done with questions. So that's what I can tell you. So join our family today if you're starting from level 1 in the next 3 months, you should be looking to become a successful Scrum Master. If you're already done with, you think you already have the foundation and you don't need level 1, you're starting with level 2, approximately, averagely 2 months, you should be celebrating. The way the program is structured, people get jobs within 10 days. Within 10 days, if you're able to just leverage what we give you. It's a fantastic program. I wish this kind of program existed when I was still trying to swim and not drown in my own days, But thankfully, it's because of all the struggles that myself and all the other mentors that are part of the organization we went through, that we're inspired to come up to design this program so that people will not have to fall in the same pothole that we fell into, so that you will be able to skip those potholes and thrive fast and not repeat the same mistakes we made, you know. All right. Thank you, everyone, and have a fantastic day. Hope this session was helpful and love you all so much. Hope to talk to you some other time. Bye.